What's up, losers? Today I'm back with some more tasty posts from r/fatlogic to read, react to, and clown on just a little bit. This is episode 48 in the fatlogic series. And I'm sure I'm going to have a lot to say as usual. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Rebel Wilson used to eat 3,000 calories most days before beginning her weight loss journey.
LMFAO, 3,000 calories a day. For a grown-ass adult. Literally isn't that bad. It makes no sense. What folks forget is calories is energy. It's energy your body needs. So 3,000 calories, for an adult, seems about right. We can't function off 1,200. 3,000 is about the minimum for a human adult. It's around 3,000 to 3,500 plus per day. Maybe more like 2,500. If you're really short. This data is from doubly labeled water trials, not self-reports like the diet tips government shoves down our throats. I so deeply wish folks knew this.
Wow, imagine being this wrong about something. It's almost impressive, in its own way. But seriously, it's one thing to have a slightly distorted view of what constitutes a normal daily food intake. But to suggest that 3,000 calories a day is about right for an average-sized woman. Rebel Wilson is 5'4" for reference. Isn't just slightly off. It's not even in the right galaxy LMAO. Pretty much anybody, male or female, is going to become obese eating that much food. Unless they're running marathons every day. Or they're 7 foot tall or something. I have no idea where this person got the idea that 3,000 calories is a reasonable minimum for adults. But it's just not. And as for the idea that it's impossible to function on 1,200 calories, yeah, not really. It depends on how big you are. But for short people, primarily women, it may well be enough. Especially if they are not getting much exercise. It's really a case-by-case basis. Certainly if I were looking to fall somewhere on the spectrum between 1,200 calories and 3,000 to 3,500 plus, I would aim toward the 1,200 end of that spectrum. Because, well, I'm not trying to become obese. The suggestion that people who eat less than that don't understand that food is energy is deeply amusing to me. It's precisely because we understand that it's energy. And what that implies, that we don't eat that much. Saying that it's energy is just identifying the basic physical quantity being described. It doesn't somehow assign a uniformly positive quality to calorie consumption. It doesn't arbitrarily raise the bar for normal consumption up to 3,000 calories a day. And it certainly doesn't give one free rein to eat as much as they want without consequences. As an aside, even if this invocation of calories as energy is clumsy and nonsensical, I'm surprised to see it being discussed at all. Fat activists generally avoid calories in, calories out talk like the plague. I guess this person just didn't get the memo, haha. So yeah, all in all, I can't tell anybody what to do. But if I were you, I wouldn't take this advice to heart. I would probably take it to the dump. Because it's rubbish, haha. Anyway, moving on.
When someone says, I just want to get back to the weight I was when I felt best. Fat patients shouldn't have to accept. Maybe if you were in a different body, you wouldn't be in pain as a treatment plan or prescription. They should be given the same options for dealing with aches, pains, injuries, etc., that thin people get. I often hear from people who say something like, I just want to get back to the weight I was when I felt the best. Or, I know that when I'm a size X, I'm healthier. My body is happiest at a size X. When I ask them how they know that, they will typically point to a time in their life when they were that size as proof, often in a conversation like this. Me, when were you that weight? Them, when I was 18. Me, how old are you now? Them, 57. People don't come to these conclusions out of nowhere. In truth, this idea is often driven by subconscious, internalized, fat phobia, driven by the diet industry. And even if it were true, the chance of succeeding at significant, long-term weight loss is still minuscule. Luckily, there are other, much more evidence-based, ethical solutions to this dilemma.
Wow, how empowering. Don't you guys feel empowered? What a great feeling to be told that your life experience is worthless. Your priorities and desires don't matter. You can't think straight, because of your internalized fat phobia. And you will be unable to achieve your goals, no matter how hard you try. I'm sure feeling mighty empowered now. In all seriousness though, the way this one is framed is so distorted. And it's clearly in service of getting people to stay fat rather than actually helping them. The post says that fat patients shouldn't have to accept that they will need to lose weight to treat their pain. Yet they also acknowledge that the patients in question have themselves expressed a desire to return to an earlier, lower weight, at which they felt more comfortable. So really, this isn't a case of whether or not you force fat people to lose weight. It's a case of fat people being actively steered away from weight loss that they themselves want, and that they know, from personal experience, will benefit them. All of this strikes me as especially egregious, even by fat acceptance standards, because it's not just enabling people to continue to destroy their own bodies. It's deliberately blocking them from pursuing the change that they know they want. They're basically like a toxic friend group trying to draw you back into their orbit, knowing full well that you don't want to live that way anymore, but refusing to relinquish control until they've dragged you back down to their level. How sad.
When you're trying to enjoy holiday desserts, but your family won't stop talking about how addicting sugar is.
Oh no, what a nightmare. That must have been so mildly irksome for you. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Damn, I've been extra sarcastic today, haven't I? Figures. That's probably my most defining characteristic in real life. It's also why nobody likes me. But yeah, I never really understood the fat acceptance fixation on other people making comments about the food at mealtimes. Like, someone saying how the food is too unhealthy, or that there's too much of it. Doesn't seem like a big deal to me. Can't you just ignore them? Unless they're actually preventing you from eating, or directly insulting you, it shouldn't matter what they say. People talking about how addictive sugar is certainly wouldn't stop me from enjoying my holiday desserts. Admittedly, my lack of understanding here might partly be because I'm not a woman. Not a stereotype or anything. But these sorts of discussions and complaints almost always seem to emerge between women rather than men. I guess because men are all trying to get swole, rather than lose weight. Actually, now that I think about it, I guess there is a male equivalent. It's when some gym bro tells you you're eating too much soy, or that you need to eat more steak and raw eggs, and that your current diet is going to make you an effeminate wimp. Which I take issue with. Not because I'm not an effeminate wimp, guilty as charged, but because I was damn well born that way. The soy had nothing to do with it. I went a bit off topic there, didn't I? Probably because I didn't really have anything much to say about the post, and was just stalling for time. But yeah, anyway, enjoy your holiday desserts, even though it's not the holidays anymore. Don't let people lamenting their addiction to sugar ruin the fun. And have a steak, I guess. You wouldn't want to end up like feeble old Skelly. Sighs. Well, that's all I've got for you today. I hope you enjoyed the posts and my commentary. Unfocused though it may have been at times. What do you think? Is 3,000 calories the minimum number an adult should be consuming in a day? Should we discourage people from losing weight to deal with body pains, even if they want to do it? Is it a crime against humanity to talk about sugar addiction during the eating of holiday desserts? Let me know in the comments. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, or I'll make you bathe in soy, and you won't even be able to get up off the couch without swooning anymore. Just kidding, haha. Anyway, catch you later.